Just wanted to say a few words about what's been going on recently. You may have noticed that I have not been posting any of my scripture readings on Sundays this past month, and that was a choice I made to help me get caught up, get to a point where I felt comfortable, where I got a few days ahead on my schedule so that I could take things easy. But this last week, I had to go back to Maine, take care of a few things, and things got away from me. So I was going to skip a day or two while I was in Maine and just come back to New Hampshire and pick it back up. And then I got back to New Hampshire and I wasn't feeling well. The last day I was in Maine, I was working out in the rain, and it kind of messed me up a little bit for a day or two. And when I got back, I realized that all the videos that I had already recorded and was ready for uploading and everything, I left them in Maine on the computers I was using there. So I'm going to have to redo them. And so it's going to be a couple of days before I can get back into the swing of things. I am recovering from I don't know if I was actually sick, but I mean, Thursday I was in the rain working, and I started about 10:30 in the morning and continued to work almost nonstop until 12:30 the next morning. So about 14 hours. I did take a few breaks here and there, but probably 12 hours of work and nearly non-stop work in the rain. And so yesterday I had to drive home. I had to leave Maine 12:30 in the morning on Friday in order to get back to New Hampshire in time. And so I had about 4 hours of sleep yesterday total. I slept for about an hour and a half on the drive home, pausing every now and then. Got back about 7 o'clock. Got back to sleep at about 8, got up at noon. And yesterday, I was just feeling horrible yesterday. But I got a good night's sleep last night. Went to bed around 8 o'clock yesterday night. And didn't get up until 8 o'clock this morning, so a good 12 hours of sleep. Mostly sleep. Did wake up a few times, but feeling good now. And now I've got to get back into it, redo all those videos, and get back into my schedule. So I've got one special video in particular that I really want to get out before I release any more of my readings, and it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm hoping to have that all ready to go no later than the 1st of October, which is this coming Tuesday. And once I got that, then we will be finishing out Enos, then Ezra, got 4 more chapters there, and then we read in Nehemiah before we continue in the Book of Mormon. After Nehemiah, the only book left in the Old Testament is Malachi. And that will be very shortly. According to my original schedule, it would have been the last day of October, but since I've had to skip a few days here, we'll be finishing out the Old Testament sometime in this next week. And then it is Book of Mormon all the way until we get to the birth of Christ. And as things are turning out, we just might be getting to read the Nativity story in the Christmas season. So very fortuitous there, I think. We will see how it goes. That is how things are going now with my reading. I do have a couple more videos I will be doing reactions to, or responses to. I don't do reactions exactly very often, because when I'm reacting I get very long-winded and I ramble and rant a lot, and it's hard for me to get my thoughts organized in that kind of a format. So I prefer responses. I've got a couple of videos that I found that I want to do responses to, but if anybody who is listening wants me to do a response to a particular video, doesn't really matter what it is as long as it is church related. So it could be an anti-Mormon video, it could be another podcast, another faithful podcast. You want me to respond to something from like Saints Unscripted or Thoughtful Faith or Ward Radio, anything like that. I am perfectly willing to do a response on any of those things. Now, I prefer the videos to be short, and if you want me to do a response to a longer video, then it's going to have to be either portions of the video or it's going to be in several videos. But also, if you have any passages of scripture or quotes from prophets or anything like that that you want me to read and kind of give my commentary on it, like I did last Sunday, let me know those too. Links to videos and quotes is always helpful, but as long as you know who said it, when, and where, I can generally find it. So I'm not going to be doing any other reading for the rest of this week. Of course, this week's just today, really, but I'm hoping to get my next readings up on Tuesday, first day of October. And if you send me any requests of things you want me to respond to or comment on, just post them in the comments. And I read every comment that is posted. I may not respond to all of them, but I do read all of them. If you are enjoying this, if you like what I do, again, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in a few days when I get back into doing this. So I will see you there.